Growing up with Pokemon in the late 90s was peak childhood. Nothing was better. We lived and breathed everything Pokemon. We collected the cards, the classic Tomy toys, and the plushies. Those were awesome too. Our Pikachu that's missing its tail is the only survivor of the many that we once owned. We had Pokemon themed birthday parties, but for some reason we had a Thomas themed birthday cake for this party. We even ate Pokemon themed food. There were toys that came with our food at fast food joints. Books, board games, movies, the TV show. Pokemon was everywhere, but we're forgetting one form of media: video games. Today's story is about our first ever Pokemon journey. Receiving our very own Pokemon game was like a Christmas morning surprise. This adventure was full of nostalgia and shaped up a big part of our childhood. It was an adventure that we'll always cherish, even the abundance of mishaps that we met along the way. The Pokemon anime we all know and love started out as a video game with Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Green. Growing up, we always thought the anime came first. The games were developed by Game Freak in 1996. The States didn't see these games until 2 years later in September of '98. But instead of the green version, the US got Pokemon Red. Japan thought it would appeal to Americans more since, the color of our flag. We eventually got the third color later. We grew up with the Game Boy Color, but were left out of the party and didn't get to play these games. We probably didn't even know that these games existed. At least we played with the Pokemon Game Boy toys. But why should we start regretting not playing the original Pokemon video games now when we had Hot Wheels? Yeah, nothing can top this game. However, we eventually managed to get our hands on some Pokemon games. Pokemon Gold version and Pokemon Silver version released in 1999 in Japan and the year 2000 in the US. But both of these games were for our older brother. He would show us a lot of things like defeating gym leaders and the animations for a lot of Pokemon moves, like Hydro Pump and Surf. Man, we acted as if the animation for Surf looked like this. We eventually played our own Pokemon game, Pokemon Stadium 2 for the Nintendo 64. Yeah, not a mainline Pokemon game, but we still had a lot of fun with it. Well, technically you can become the champion in Pokemon Stadium 2, but it's f***ing insane, it's literally impossible, and we can never beat it. After witnessing our brother become a champion in Silver, we wanted to become Pokemon champions ourselves. But you know the rules, you can't legally apply to get your Pokemon trainer license till the age of 10. We were like 4 or 5 years underage at the time. Yeah, trusting a 10-year-old having their own Pokemon and letting them go out on a huge grand adventure seems pretty absurd if you think about it. The trainer age should at least be 16. I mean, come on. But who are we to judge? We weren't even the legal age when we got our license. Our Pokemon license, not our driver's license. Don't worry, we were 19. It was 2005. We were 9 years old and about to start the 3rd grade as summer was on the brink of ending. It was a quiet summer night when our older brother came into our bedroom with one hand behind his back. He told us he had a surprise for us. He pulled his hand from behind his back and there it was. Pokemon Silver. He was mainly playing Pokemon Gold and wanted us to have his Silver so that we can get into Pokemon even more. And thus, we began our first Pokemon journey together that night. Illegally. Please, whatever you do, don't report us to Officer Jenny. Have you seen her Arcanine?
Arcanine! Flamethrower!
So, since we had to share a file, we needed a name that was appropriate and couldn't use only one of our names. How about combining our names together? Let's just go with Link. You know, Link from The Legend of Zelda. Yeah, because that makes perfect sense. But come on, Link's not that bad of a name. I think we can all agree here. Now, what we were really awful at was nicknaming some of our Pokemon. Like our starter, for example. We chose Chikorita since we both really liked Bayleaf in the anime. We named him Leafs. Why Leafs? It's known as the Leaf Pokemon. The Meganium literally has 0 leaves and is technically an herb, so not the greatest choice of a nickname. Chikorita wasn't the only Pokemon that we gave a nickname to. You receive an egg early on in the game that hatches into a Togepi. Togepi is classified as the Spike Ball Pokemon, so did we name it something cool like Spike? No, we named her after toilet paper. TP for short. We thought TP was such a creative name. It was supposed to be like an acronym or something using the letters T and P from Toka P, like ET, extraterrestrial. Should have just named her Charmin. But hey, at least the name we gave her Shiny Red Gyarados, you know, the one that you can catch later on in the game, that one was good. Rage. Yeah, badass. Great. First fake IDs, and now copyright infringement? Nowadays, we have this strange rule that we're not allowed to nickname our Pokemon during our playthroughs. They all have to be original and not unique. I feel like we're in the minority here. Well, unless we happen to catch a shiny, then that's an exception. One day when we were kids, our friend traded me his Latias from Pokemon Emerald that he named Master. cringe. Our nicknames may have been bad, but man, this game and the memories we made were incredible. Journeying through new routes, exploring caves and ruins, encountering all kinds of familiar Pokemon that we grew up with, we truly felt like we were part of the Pokemon universe, traveling day and night. Oh, and the transitions from day to night blew our minds. Normally we played at nighttime, after a long day of school and homework. We would get ready for bedtime and take turns playing. I remember one night, while Mike was getting ready for bed, I was out exploring the Union Cave. I stumbled upon a Geodude, and for some reason, I thought this was so awesome. I caught him without a moment of hesitation and couldn't wait to show Mike. It was just a Geodude. Dude, what's wrong with Geodude? Huh? We believe the best part of any Pokemon game is encountering wild Pokemon and building your team. Creating that unbreakable bond with them is priceless. The worst feeling ever is thinking that you're content with your team. Then you start second guessing yourself after you encounter another Pokemon you really like. And now you're forced to make a difficult decision of kicking one of your originals to the PC to make room for your new Pokemon. Thankfully, we didn't really encounter this problem. Our team was kind of a mess and mainly consisted of event-like Pokemon. For example, there's this tree that's located in the middle of Route 36, blocking the next route and a shortcut leading back to Violet City. It's a tree, so just use the HM cut to get by. There, problem solved. Wrong. Instead, what you gotta do is get your hands on a Squirtle bottle and spray it down. Whoa, an interactable Pokemon that you can catch that's not found in the wild? We have to catch this. There are these breakable rocks that are scattered throughout the Johto region. Normally they're located in caves, but there's some on the coast of Olivine City. And one night, Matt's OCD kicked in, and he just had to destroy all of them. Wait, what's this? There's a Pokemon inside the rocks? Oh, cool, what could this be? Whoa, a Krabby! First a rock, now a crab? I don't know what to tell you. And of course, we use TP. A Pokemon hatched from an egg, and Rage, an interactable Gyarados that's part of an event within the story. And then there's the bug catching contest. The bug catching contest is held only on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays, once per day. You, along with a handful of other trainers, compete to catch the best bug type Pokemon. You can only keep one, so if you catch a Pokemon that you think will grant you more points, then you have the option to replace the Pokemon that you already caught. The contest ends if either you use up all your 20 Park Balls, or if the 20-minute timer runs out. We found some pretty cool Pokemon here, like a Scyther, a Pinsir, and a Weedle, that we evolved into a Beedrill and rotated them around in our team. So our team may have not been that good or cool looking. I mean, we barely even had any Gen 2 representatives. That is, until one Pokemon so rare joined our team. A Pokemon even greater than the legendaries, Lugia and Ho-Oh combined. It puts the 3 legendary dogs to shame. Celebi is only a mere afterthought after discovering this mythical beast. Mewtwo? Sit down, you giant pussy. We're talking about the one and only Shuckle. Literal mold. No, this is not a joke. This is true. It was a typical night of playing Pokemon before bed. We were minding our own business, navigating through a cave, when suddenly our older brother bursted into our room. He just had to tell us all about this new rare Pokemon that he had just discovered. Mike, Matt, you're not going to believe what super ultra rare Pokemon I just caught. The curious and gullible dumb 9-year-old trainers that we were started asking, a super rare legendary? What? Well, what could it possibly be? He was in. The negotiations had now begun. He proposed a trade. Our Bayleaf for his Shuckle. How could we possibly say no? This is literal mold we're dealing with here. And mold kills everything. We shook hands and sealed the deal. Yeah, we were tricked. He played Pokemon Silver first. And in that adventure, he chose Totodile as a starter. When he switched over to Gold months later, he picked Cyndaquil. He traded all of his good Pokemon from Silver to Gold before he gave us Silver. He had Feraligatr, Typhlosion, and something appears to be missing. A Meganium. Now what starter did we select? I think you can see where we're going with this. We probably were the ones who offered our Bayleaf. For all we know, he was probably just being nice and wanted to trade us a Shuckle because he probably thought it was rare. But we're just going to go ahead and leave what we had because it makes for a funny story. Shuckle's a beast of a tank with a base defense and a special defense of an impressive 230, but has a Weasley 10 base attack. So he was a pain to use in battle. As we progressed on our journey, it didn't take us very long to miss our old buddy Leafs, and instead of asking for a trade back, we just started over. Luckily, we weren't even that far when this happened, probably like 2 or 3 gym badges in, but we made sure to repeat our previous adventure. Don't worry, TP made its return, along with Geodude and friends. I mean, Technically, Shuckle is rare. Only a 10% chance encounter when using Rock Smash in only 4 locations. Shuckle has super low encounter rates in every Pokemon game that he can be caught in. Maybe our brother was right all along. Nah, we didn't need Shuckle. We had Leafs. Our team was pretty much carried by Leafs. We had our big 3 that we mainly used, while the rest of the roster were low level 20s at best. Pretty much bench warmers, but Leafs was a team captain. Sure, we may have been Gennings, but we don't really think we struggled that much to Whitney. If you're unfamiliar with the gym leader Whitney, you gotta understand one thing. She's one of the biggest scumbag Pokemon trainers in existence. She put trainers from young and old to shame. Absolutely embarrassed them. Even forced some trainers into retirement. Ever heard of Billy 29262? No? Supposed to be a Pokemon trainer prodigy. Retired just after 2 badges in. Some say that they've never touched a Pokemon game again. Seeing a Miltank will create true horror and trauma. Basically, all Whitney does is use her tank of a Pokemon, Miltank, Shut up. A move that gets stronger and stronger every time it connects for 5 turns. Miltank also has Stomp, a powerful attack that can cause your Pokemon to flinch, and Milk Drink, a move that heals its own HP. You thought gym leaders who use a Hyper Potion one time is annoying? We may have been dumb enough to believe that Shuckle is a rare Pokemon, but we somehow managed to defeat Whitney after probably like a day or 2 of trying. Call us lucky or call us prodigies. Yeah, call us prodigies. Whitney's gym is located in Goldenrod City, the biggest city in the game and one of our favorite areas. We found ourselves coming back here a lot since there's plenty of things to do in this sea of buildings. Like a 6-story department store, there's a bike shop, the game corner to gamble your life away. There's also this dude who rates the names of your Pokemon. Let's see what he has to say to Leafs. It's a fairly decent name. You know what? We'll take that. Actually, he says this about every Pokemon, including ones with no nicknames. Sorry to tell you, Leafs, but yeah, your name's hot trash. Ooh, we can't forget about the radio tower. This is our favorite place in Goldenrod. Professor Oak can be found here hosting his radio show, Professor Oak's Pokemon Talk, with DJ Mary. We listen to this pretty frequently on our Pokegear. Wonder if his podcast is on Spotify. Remember the Lucky Channel song? That was a classic. Yeah, of course. We would turn the dial to 8.5 and max out that GBA volume. Later in the game, Team Rocket takes over the city and blocks off certain areas. We thought this was sick as hell, but it got really annoying. They never left. Just let us enjoy the city life in peace. Move! Goldenrod City may have been our favorite area in the game, but there's a multitude of areas within the Johto region that we thoroughly enjoy too, like the Bellsprout Tower and the Burn Tower, the Slowpoke Well, Kurt's house in Azalea Town. Man, we were obsessed with finding apricots and bringing them to Kurt to make Pokeballs for us. Mahogany Town was a destination that we visited frequently, mainly because we were stuck here. There's this guy here who won't even move. You gotta take care of business here first by taking down Team Rocket that's lurking around, while teaming with Lance. This candy dude's got a good marketing strategy going on. You just clog up routes and force people to buy your candy bars. Rage candy bars? Those sound awesome. Maybe it was the candy bar that we named our Gyarados after. Lake Rage is located north of here, and this is where you encounter the red Gyarados. We remember being super invested in this event. Candy bar guy finally moved, and on to the next route we go. Except we got stuck in the next area. Getting stuck was a repeating pattern through our playthrough, but it's Ice Path we're talking about here, alright? Good lord, this cave was the worst. It's not just a cave where you break some rocks and push a couple of measly boulders around. No, there's ice. You're walking thinking like, yeah, cool, another boring cave, and then all of a sudden, what the f***? Can't even walk normally. What is this? You're sliding all over the place like a complete asshole. You can't even control your character, and you end up skating in whatever direction you're facing until you run into a wall or these stupid rocks that are placed everywhere. Then, it hits you. Oh, this is a puzzle. But to us dumb kids, you gotta remember, we were dumb kids. This was a 1,000-piece puzzle to us, but the pieces are turned over. We took forever, and I mean forever, to solve this. And then, wait, what's this? Another one. Right after, a much, much larger one. We were in this cave for a good miserable while. We spent countless days after school figuring this out. One time, after getting homework done early, we dialed up a genius plan. Introducing the Transfer Pack, a big ass plastic device that you shove into the back of your N64 controller. This allows you to transfer data from a short list of compatible Game Boy games over to the N64. So, by popping in Pokemon Stadium 2, you can transfer your Pokemon into the game and use them in battle. But that's not what we did. By selecting the Game Boy Tower, you can play your adventure on the big screen. This helped us see the game a whole lot better. Turns out, you have to use strength, to push down boulders down a handful of holes, which lands on the giant field of ice. After sliding in the correct directions, we finally made it out. Thank you, Pokemon Stadium. It'd be nice to relive this and actually play it in real time, but the N64 can't read the game. Here's the thing. Our Pokemon Silver doesn't work. That's right. The battery is dried out and dead. Our original file and memories are gone. But there's no time to grieve right now. Let's get back to the story, even though there's plenty more to grieve about. Exiting Ice Path leads to Blackthorn City, and guess what? What? We got stuck again. Yeah, isn't that surprising? We couldn't go into the gym because some dude was blocking it. What's up with all these assholes blocking everything? He tells us that the gym leader, Claire, was out training in the Dragon's Cave, so we hop on Rage and surf north above the gym. Wait, what? Another asshole? Only chosen trainers are allowed in. Please get the f*** out. Chosen? Do you even know who we are? A couple of dumb 9-year-olds, that's who we are. Yeah, this is where the story gets depressing. The story was depressing the moment we mentioned Leaf's name. We had absolutely no idea what to do. Bribe him? Keep spamming A? Okay, so maybe we aren't a chosen trainer because we don't own a dragon Pokemon. You know, can't enter the Dragon Cave without a dragon Pokemon. Yeah, makes sense. But the problem was, we didn't have one. But no need to fear. It's time for our older brother to make up for his Shuckle scam and save the day. So he traded us a Dratini. But it didn't work. Maybe it has to be a Dragonite? Yeah, we actually thought this. We spent the next couple of weeks grinding the hell out trying to evolve it. Dragonair evolves into Dragonite on level 55 and it was taking forever. But this effort was all a waste. Remember when we thought Team Rocket taking over Goldenrod City was cool? Well, turns out you're supposed to spoil their plans and chase them away first. Then Claire will be in her gym. When we initially asked our older brother for help, he didn't know why we couldn't get into the gym, because he was a dumb like us and skipped Team Rocket when he played. So we never encountered this predicament. Well, we never evolved our Dragonair, and we never defeated Team Rocket. It was Christmas Eve. Mike and I were attempting to beat the Peaceful Slide Challenge and Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. When Mike played, I was sitting on the side leveling up our Dragonair. I specifically remember thinking this was probably going to be our last time in this adventure because, well, Christmas was the next day. I had a feeling we were going to get some new games that would presumably replace Silver. Christmas morning. We open up our own Game Boy Advance SPs and copies of Pokemon Emerald and Sapphire. It was time for a new adventure. But this time, we set off on our own. And that was the last of our great and crazy adventure. But what a journey it was. We weren't able to become champions like our older brother in the playthrough that we shared together as twins. And looks like we never will either. We didn't even capture Lugia. At least we can still share and cherish the memories of our first ever Pokemon journey, like the bonds that we formed with our own Pokemon. Hearing New Bark's song takes us back to the innocent days of our childhood. It reminds us of a new beginning, where boundless discoveries are to be made. There's a special spot in our hearts, reserved for the Johto region. Our older brother helped prepare us for the world of Pokemon and showed us the right steps of becoming an Elite Four champion as we moved on to our new games. By having an entire team made up of Shuckle.